Bogdanovich picks up Chris Paul. He'll fire for three. Drains it. That's impressive. Chris Paul has been on from three-point land tonight. That's his fourth.
So both teams now will be in the penalty for the final 2:25. There's Chris Paul with a three. Yeah, 36 points. Rockets need a stop. Chris Paul, little fadeaway jumper. He can get that whenever he wants it.
Paul left open, little miscommunication on defending the three, and you can see the frustration from Lonzo Ball as Chris Paul makes him pay. Gallo lost his shoe. He gets pulled over by Isaac. Paul with two on the timer, right at the elbow, and he knocks it down. Chris Paul has certainly put his imprint on the game here with plays like that, getting into the lane.
For the Lakers' half-court offense, they're getting their points now in transition.
Paul, counted on the foul. The continuation for Chris Paul.
Here is Paul. Paul with a pick by Adams. Chris Paul stepping back. He's going to go to the rim all the way to score. 1-point game, 11.8. And Schroeder nearly stole it.
Shot clock at 7. Repost Gallinari on the smaller Bowman. Kick it out to Chris Paul. Paul for the lead, and you knew he'd make it. You knew he'd make it.
Paul does not use the screen. Down low, series of moves, and he floats it up, and the Thunder back on top, 105-104.
94.
Big shot by Lonzo.
Yeah, and he knew it. He had to catch and shoot. Lonzo Ball, 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Paul's mid-range.
It's a shot. If he gets that ball in his right hand, he's dead.
On Drew Holiday, just keeping them out of that paint, forcing them into a contested shot.
Paul again got to his spot, ran that pick and roll to perfection.
Now Sabonis is on it.
Is that legal?
He'll take it.
He just throws you so many different ways. And when it's closing time, watch out, folks.
Paul. Knew it was short, still got the bounce. That's the second time this game that he's showed that shooter's touch. Teague with 32 in the game. Paul keeps it going. One possession game. Paul steps into that shot, and another huge three from Chris Paul.
All game has forced the Bulls into the turnover situation. We talked about flipping the script. They have done just that.
Paul drains another one. Some big Memphis turnovers here in this fourth quarter. There's Paul. They fell asleep on him. And if you're going to fall asleep, might as well take the shot. Back to a tie game at 120 here under a minute to go. Paul, big shot again. Thunder have not led since early in the first half, trailing by 1. Trying to take the lid off the rim. It's Paul giving the Thunder the 1-point lead.
Hornets have outscored the Thunder by 22 with Washington on the floor. And look at Chris Paul. Will he start his dribble again? Final minute. Wow. Chris Paul from the free throw line. Hornets call timeout. Cody's on Chris Paul. Long two. We've seen that before.
Paul checks the timer. 6, 5, 3. That's good. What a shot from Chris Paul in the corner.
Doesn't matter where he's at.
Paul hangs, floats, and scores. Paul's been the catalyst. Floats, and another big bucket for Chris Paul to give the Thunder the lead.
He starts finishing those layups at the rim. His numbers are going to get better.
Chris Paul. Showing DeJounte how it's done. Here's Chris Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Under a minute to go. And naturally, Paul answers.
20 points for LeVert. The Nets lead by 6. Paul, shake and bake. Pull up is pure.
See, this is here. You got to make him pick the ball up. I know Chris Paul is crafty, but those extra seconds get them more time to work their offense.
High screen, Adams, Paul. He nails it. Dead solid, perfect. Paul shifts gears. Paul, step back, Jay. We're tied. 101. Chris Paul stepping forward here in the fourth.
They're trying to dig down deep defensively once again. Paul turns the corner. Paul takes it in and lays it in.
Paul gets the screen from Muscala and then gets into the paint.
The guy that's led the NBA in steals multiple times. He's got 3 tonight. High arching pull-up over Ayton. Gets the bounce.
Can't take that one away.
Oh, that's tough.
So Cleveland has tied the game. Paul got to the elbow, pulls up, and nobody has more clutch time points than Chris Paul on the season. You can add to that total with those two.
You just got that slow walk, run a little time off that clock.
What a move by Paul to shed Galloway. And in the mid-range, another clutch shot for Chris Paul.
Picked up by Gafford, now sizes him up. Drives by him, got a shot up and good. A line drive runner by Chris Paul.
You know, that's not Daniel Gafford's fault.
Just waiting for something to open up inside that Sacramento defense. Instead, he'll take the three, got fouled! A possible 4-point play coming up for CP.
Gallinari with a high pick to Paul. Paul, right where he wants to be. Timeout, Sacramento.
Paul with the dribble, keeps it alive. Back and forth, he's got Tice on him. Tice not biting for any of it. Paul comes up and drills the shot. Tice was right in his grill.